Hello students, welcome to financial accounting class. In the previous class we were dealing with the different books to be prepared, the different accounts to be prepared by consignor and consignee in case of cost price method. Today we'll be dealing with the different journal entries in the books of consignor. Okay, so this is the journal entries which are considered in the books of consignor. The first one is for goods sent. Now, if you see the consignment account here, let me just go back to the previous one. See here, consignment account, it is goods sent is being debited. To goods sent on consignment account, goods sent is debited and then it has been credited to goods sent account by consignment account. I'll make it a repeat here. Goods sent on consignment account is debited here in consignment stock account, and in goods sent it is credited by consignment account. Now here, why we need to debit this goods sent? Somebody has questioned me on to as to why we need to consider this to the debit side. Why we need to debit goods sent on consignment to the debit side. Now goods sent is nothing but this consignment stock account is basically like profit and loss account, trading profit and loss account. Now this is not, these goods are not being sold yet. Okay, it is the ownership is still with the consignor and it is being sent to the consignee for sales, so you cannot consider this as sales. Why? See, already when the goods are being sold you will consider it as sales, but when the goods are not being sold, these goods are just being sent on consignment. These goods are sent to the consignee, it is not being sold. So that is how you're considering it as something like where in trading account you consider debit side as purchases. Okay, so still it is with you only, the consignor still has these goods, it is not been sold, and that's how it has been considered to the debit side. So the journal entries are consignment. When the goods are sent, consignment account is debited and to goods sent is been goods sent on consignment is been credited. Next, for expenses incurred by consignor, consignment account debit to cash or bank account. For expenses paid by consignee, any expenses incurred by consignee, consignment account debit to consignee's account. For advance received, cash or bank account is debited to consignee's account. For sale of goods by consignee, consignment account debit to consignment account. For commission payable to consignee, consignment account is debited to consignee's account. Seventh entry, for return of goods by consignee. Okay, if there is any goods which are unsold or which are being returned by the consignee, then goods sent on consignment account is debited to consignment account. For adjustment of bad debts. Okay, now bad debts is nothing but the amount which you have the goods which you have sold and the amount you haven't received, you're unable to recover that particular amount, then that is nothing but bad debts. Okay, so for adjustment of bad debts, if del creditor commission is given. Now what is this del creditor commission? Now when the goods are being sent on when the consignee sells the goods, okay, when the agent sells the goods, he will get some amount of commission. Agent basically works, that is the consignee basically works, that is he sells the goods because he gets some amount of commission. Okay, now in consignment there is another commission which is called as del creditor commission. Now what is this del creditor commission? Suppose if the consignee is ready to bear the risk of bad debts, okay, then the consignor will pay him this del creditor commission. Now what is this del creditor commission? apart from the regular commission what the consignee gets, okay, apart from that he'll be getting something extra. Okay, that extra commission is nothing but del trader commission. Okay, why he'll be getting this extra commission? Because he is ready to bear the risk of bad debts. That is, the consignee is ready to bear the risk of bad debts, and that's how he'll be getting an extra commission, which is called as del trader commission. Now bad debts is nothing but loss to the consignor, isn't it? You have already sold the goods, you are unable to recover that amount, so that is nothing but a kind of a loss which the consignor incurs. But if this loss is being borne by the consignor, then it is going to be benefit for the, I mean, suppose if this loss is being borne by the consignee, then obviously the consignor is going to be into profit, that is, he is going to be into some amount of benefit. So since the consignee, that is the agent, he is ready to bear the risk of bad debts, he'll be getting extra commission, that is, apart from the regular commission, he'll be getting extra commission, that is called as del trader commission. So basically this commission is the commission which the consignee receives from the consignor for bearing the risk of bad debts. This is an extra commission, that is the apart from the regular commission, he'll be getting an extra commission, that is called as, that extra commission is called as del trader commission. Okay, so the eighth entry is for adjustment of bad debts. If del trader commission is given, if the extra commission is given, if the consignee is bearing the risk of bad debts, and if he has got extra commission, that is if he has received del trader commission, then no entry, that is consignee bears the loss of bad debts. Understanding? Next, if del trader commission is not given, then who is going to bear the risk of consignment, I mean the bad debts? It is going to be the consignor. So here consignment account debit to consignee's account. Clear? Next, I hope you have understood this eighth adjustment. Extra commission, that is the del trader commission, is the extra commission that has been given to the agent, that is the consignee, for bearing the risk of bad debts. Okay, so if a del trader commission is given, then there is no entry to be passed. But if del trader commission is not given, then what will be the entry? Consignment account debit to consignee's account. All right, next one, the ninth one, for final remittance made by the consignee, cash or bank account debit to consignee's account. 10th one, for adjustment of consignment stock by consignee, consignment stock account debit to consignment account. 11th one, for transfer of profit and loss account on consignment. Okay, for transfer of profit or loss on consignment, then if there is profit, consignment account debit to profit and loss account. If there is loss, profit and loss account debit to consignment account. Okay, and the last entry, that is for closing of goods sent on consignment account, goods sent on consignment account debit to trading account. Okay, all of you write down these journal entries. Okay, like the way you have journal entries in the books of consignor, similarly you have journal entries in the books of consignee as well. Once you write down these journal entries, just cross check through the various accounts that we have prepared in the previous class. That is, we have prepared these accounts: consignment stock account, then goods sent on consignment account, consignee's account, consignment stock account. Okay, just cross verify these journal entries through those accounts that we have prepared. Okay, you will get to know you'll get to know this journal entries appropriately. Try to write down all the 12 journal entries so that it becomes very clear when we are studying in the next class. Okay, I hope today's class you all have understood. Let's meet up in the next class. Thank you.